I think I've heard from a lot of people that this is Bhagavad Gita is essence of life, and the principles of life which we should definitely hear, read, understand, and understand the correct meaning also of each shloka. So I think I'm very excited that I would be able to do it now. Uh, well, I have, I had started with the Bhagavad Gita, but definitely left in between. But also heard that it gives you a lot of good, I mean, guidance, you can say, how to carry on with your daily life spiritually.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So we are basically everybody is sharing why they feel they want to be a part of this Bhagavad Gita study session or Bhagavad Gita learning series. So everybody is sharing what is their expectation, why they want to be a part, why they want to study. And what one point Aditi was mentioning here is that it can give you guidance in your life, how to carry on your life and give you knowledge. Am I right? Is that your point?
That's correct. Basically,
Yes.
the principles of what should be followed. Yeah.
Okay, and principles, guidance and principles, what can be accepted in life. Okay, very nice. Thank you. Okay, who will go next? So since we are doing alphabetically, so next would be from A's. So Alka Jha would be the next. Alka Jha.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Long time.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
प्रभु जी, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि भक्ति तो मैं कर रही हूँ, लेकिन मुझे उतना ज्ञान नहीं है. तो भक्ति में जब ज्ञान भी मिल जाए, मुझे ऐसा फील होता है.
वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस. बहुत अच्छा है. तो भक्ति तो कर रहे हैं हम, लेकिन अभी नॉलेज नहीं है, ज्ञान नहीं है पूरी तरीके से. तो अगर ज्ञान भी उसके अंदर आएगा तो उससे और ज्यादा अच्छी तरीके से होगी भक्ति. वेरी नाइस.
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
थैंक यू. थैंक यू. ओके, सो I saw one hand. I think Shruti raised the hand. Shruti? Yes, you can go forward.
Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Actually, I've personally tried to read the Bhagavad Gita once or twice, but whenever I try reading it, I just get so confused and it becomes so complicated and difficult to understand. So I really want to exactly know what every word and every verse means in it. And more than that, I am at an age where I'm so confused in taking decisions and in finding out what is the right thing to do, what is not the right thing to do. So I just want to have a vision so that I can learn which steps to take forward and how to move forward in life and make the right decisions both spiritually, mentally, and in every way possible.
So Bhagavad Gita can solve our confusions. We may be confused in different situation, and it can help us solving that confusion. And Shruti is saying she's in the right stage where she would like to have that practical guidance and principles and the knowledge to be able to come out of that confusion. Am I right?
Yes.
All right, great. Now I think Divyami, she is raising hands, so we'll go to her. Whoever wants to speak can raise their hands like that, and we'll have them speak.
Hello, Ananya this side. Hare
Ananya.
Krishna. So even I have heard that, after reading Bhagavad Gita, we infer many life lessons. So I was very excited to, read the shlokas and know what it has, the meanings and all.
Okay, very nice. So we've heard things like giving guidance and stuff, but now there is curiosity also. Ananya is curious to see what is there actually and how we can understand, learn, and apply. Am I right?
Yeah, till
Yes.
Hare Krishna, I too, like what Alka said, that even though I do puja, I am very devotional and believe in God, but I think somewhere I lack proper knowledge. So to gain knowledge, I would like to, and I have tried many a times. I have started also, but in between, I could not continue with it. I don't know why. So maybe due to I was not able to get proper understanding and all. So I was really excited, and I want to know about it.
All right, very nice. Thank you so much. So we are doing our puja and other things, but knowledge is lacking, and even in alone we are taking initiative that is not able to consistently go forward in a steady manner to be able to get to our goal or target. Is it right? You're on mute.
Is that right? Is
Okay.
that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Who wants to go next? Everybody is sharing why they want to read Bhagavad Gita, study, or what is their expectation from this series. Okay, so we'll go back to our
Hare Krishna.
yes, Vash Prabhu, Haribol, please.
My reason for joining these classes is because I have been brought up in a family where Vedas, Bhagavad, and all this used to be a ritual sort of thing. So my grandparents and in fact my father also, whenever we had power cuts, so this used to be our discussion time for along all this. So I have heard a lot of their views and this thing, and I always had questions where they will give me a wild look and ask me to shut up, and no, I could never get those answered. So so the reason why is to look for those unsolved queries, answers for those.
That's a beautiful point. Bhagavad Gita, we can study because we have so many doubts, so many questions within our mind and heart. So to find the answers, excellent point. Okay, who will go next? So because everybody is to speak, I think it's better that everybody can volunteer and speak. Okay, yes, Nirmala Mataji, you want to say?
Yeah, I think it's I'm kind of grandma, and I think it's really has a deep knowledge about our culture and about our religion. So if I study more, I can also pass that to my grandkids, because otherwise, they won't be, there's one way to expose them and get them interested. So then they can go forward and learn more, even my daughter, because she also have to learn. Actually, myself have to learn first, and then I can pass some knowledge to them too. So
Excellent point. So another point is that we are ourselves not sure about the knowledge, और हमारे इतने family members हैं, they may be our children, grandchildren, उन सबको भी तो हम तभी सिखा सकते हैं, guidance दे सकते हैं, हमें खुद पता हो. We ourselves don't know how are we going to guide them. So guiding families and friends. Okay.
yeah,
Well,
when you're a little older, they are going to ask all kind of questions. So you kind of have to know a little bit. We will never reach to the point where you have the knowledge, but whatever little knowledge, we can pass it to them.
thank you. I'm also learning. I need your blessings. I need blessings of all of you.
No. We are all the way up. We cannot even reach there.
Thank you for your kind words. Okay, who will go next now? Who will share next? Why Bhagavad Gita? Why to study Bhagavad Gita? So if we go alphabetically, next would be you want to share? Or from A, the other people who are from A, Aman Malhotra, Aman Mama. Why Bhagavad Gita? Hear you. And then we have Ajay Adhikari with Mother Prabhu. Prabhuji, you want to share Bhagavad Gita by? To share. Okay, yes, Prabhu.
You can carry on with
Okay. Okay, he wants to pass today. Okay. So, G. Gokul Machi, joining from Pune. I can't hear. I think we covered a lot of points, but if anybody has any other points they would like to share. Why Bhagavad Gita? So how many, if I were to ask you, how many, you can answer by raising your hands in the Zoom. How many of you have read the whole Bhagavad Gita once, cover to cover, at least once? How many people are here who have read the Bhagavad Gita cover to cover, at least once? Okay, a couple of them have read. And how many of you have never opened the Bhagavad Gita yet? Never ever. Don't even have Bhagavad Gita, never opened, only heard the name Bhagavad Gita, but never opened. Okay. Two people replied they have read and two people replied they have never opened. What about others? Others have opened sometimes but never be able to complete. Who are in this category who have opened Bhagavad Gita sometime here and there but not really studied? So we'll go forward and we'll start our discussion from the Bhagavad Gita. So first thing is, of course, the introduction of the Bhagavad Gita. So it will be interactive session. So I'm going to ask questions and everybody can unmute and answer. But if they raise hands, that is best before they answer. So where is the Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is a section from which book? Bhagavad Gita is a section of which book?
Mahabharata.
Okay, yes, very nice. Mahabharata. So, which part of Mahabharata does the Bhagavad Gita come in?
In the battlefield.
Yes, so it's the Bhishma Parva. Bhishma Parva of the Mahabharata. So, Mahabharata has different Parvas, and one is the Bhishma Parva. So, who wrote this Bhagavad Gita or Mahabharata? Who composed it?
Vedas.
So Ved and Lord Ganesha wrote it, right? So that is how these books, many of them have been written. So when Bhagavad Gita was spoken, what was the situation at that time?
They were in the battlefield.
Yes, so they were in the battlefield. So now the question can come, why battlefield is the situation where Bhagavad Gita is spoken? Why is Bhagavad Gita spoken on a battlefield? Anybody would like to answer? They can raise their hands.
Because battlefield, they're comparing the battlefield to our life itself. Life itself is a battlefield. We encounter so many situations where we do not know what is the right thing to do.
Okay, very nice.
There is a lot of conflict going on between the mind, what to do, what not to do, what is right, what is wrong. So Bhagavad Gita gives us a treatise on that.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Auntie. Very nice. So Bhagavad Gita, as was nicely mentioned by all of you. Somebody wants. Okay, as already mentioned by all of you, Bhagavad Gita actually gives answers to a lot of our questions, and same questions came in the mind of Arjun. So Arjun asked all those questions in the middle of the battlefield, actually before the starting of the battle, and Krishna answered it. Now this beautiful book can be used as a guide for our whole life. So learning Bhagavad Gita in early stage, early age is very important. So Prahlad Maharaj भागवतम में बोलते हैं, कौमार आचरे प्रज्ञो धर्मान भागवतान यहाँ, कि जो भगवत गीता की नॉलेज है, भागवतम की नॉलेज है, जो भगवान की नॉलेज है, ये नॉलेज कौमार, कौमार मीन्स 5 साल की उम्र, 5 साल की उम्र से पहले से हमारे को ये नॉलेज होनी चाहिए. We should start learning this knowledge before the age of 5 years. अब हम लोग तो कई 5 से कई गुना ज्यादा एज हो गई हमारी, but still we have no idea about Bhagavad Gita or learning. So why we have to learn this in early in life? कोई कह सकता है अरे अभी कहाँ ये भगवद गीता के चक्कर में पड़ गए तुम लोग, अभी तो हम जवान हैं, क्या है अभी भगवद गीता, जब हो जाएंगे 60-70 साल के तो देख लेंगे, फिर भगवद गीता उठा लेंगे, अभी क्या जरूरत है करने की. तो उसके रिप्लाई में वन हैज टू अंडरस्टैंड, जब 60-70 साल के हो गए, हमारी ज्यादातर जिंदगी खत्म हो गई है, तो वो पूरी जिंदगी जो हमने चलाई उस दौरान हमें भगवद गीता से बेनिफिट नहीं मिला. वही अगर हम 5 साल की उम्र में उसको इम्बाइब कर ले, वी कैन लर्न द भगवद गीता एट द एज ऑफ 5 years, then we can practice it throughout our life. We can use those 50, 60, 70 years in a much better consciousness, in a much better way. So that is the idea of starting. There are so many reasons to it, but because of lack of time, we can understand that this particular knowledge of Bhagavad Gita has to be learned early in age. And when we imbibe and learn it early, we can actually make the most of it. So Bhagavad Gita, Krishna chose the battlefield because Krishna wanted to show that this is not an impractical knowledge which is to be learned only by sannyasis or people who are living in ashram or in Himalayas, yogis. No, it is to be learned by everybody. Whether you are a warrior even in the battlefield, even there you can have application of the Bhagavad Gita. So what to say of those people who are living their life and fighting a battle on an everyday basis in their job, in their profession, in their home, in their whole life. There is a constant battle going on with our own mind. There is a lot of turmoil and topsy-turvy situation in our mind and heart. So how to actually fight with that, and also how to fight with an attitude with situation external to us. So all this is beautifully mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. So the first shloka of Bhagavad Gita, how many of you know who spoke the first shloka of Bhagavad Gita?
Dhritarashtra.
Yes. So how many shlokas of the Bhagavad Gita were spoken by Dhritarashtra?
Only one.
Only one, yes. He asked the first question, and then who is answering Dhritarashtra?
Sanjay.
Yes, so Sanjay is. So for all of those who don't know, Sanjay could see what is actually happening in the battlefield very remotely. Like right now we have our gadgets, our instruments, and we can see live match going on many miles away, right? Many kilometers away. Similarly, at that time, Bhagavad Gita was it starts by Dhritarashtra asking and Sanjay answering, because Sanjay could see whatever is happening in the battlefield, even though he's in his old palace in Hastinapur, which is in or near Delhi, and Kurukshetra is so far away from Delhi, but he could see exactly what is going on and he shares. So he speaks, and what he speaks, he could see different parts, and there he starts with where Duryodhan is, and he describes how Duryodhan is coming to Dronacharya and he is speaking these words, and then Duryodhan describes the army of both parties, and then he tries to motivate. Duryodhan was very clever also. He had this idea of how to use people in getting what I want. Sometimes we see people are very good in using other people to get what they want. That is their intention. Their intention is not to do good to others, but their intention is how we can use the other person for my benefit. So that is Duryodhan mentality. So Duryodhan is very diplomatically asking those things. And then in the later part, there is of the first chapter, there is conversation between Arjun and Krishna, where Arjun primarily is speaking and revealing his heart. So we will discuss that one by one. Dhritarashtra, when he asks his first question, he is, as we'll read and discuss more, he is totally clouded and thinking about so many things which could happen in the battlefield. And when he asks the question, he is in anxiety. So why is he in anxiety? Because in his heart of heart, he knows that he is not doing the right thing. Sometimes that's happened in our life also. We know what is the right thing. We know what to do and what to do. Still, I want to stop here so that I can hear from everybody. तो anybody else would like to share anything? आप सब कुछ share करना चाहेंगे अभी तक जो discuss किया? Just brief introduction चल रही है अभी. तो इसमें से anybody would like to share any points? कोई भी points अगर आप share करना चाहेंगे? कोई questions? कोई, because we are doing only short sessions on every day, so we will not take too long. We will end here and take questions and do some discussion. And
Yes, we have.
okay, great. So I will recite the shloka and I request everybody to repeat after me. Dhritarashtravacha
Dhritarashtravacha
Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre
Dharmkshetre Kurukshetre
Yuyutava
Samaveyayuyuttava
Mamakah Pandavaschaiva
Mamaka Pandavachaiva
Imma kurvat Sanjaya.
Kimvat Kurvat Sanjaya.
Okay, great. So next is word to word meaning. Every word of the shloka is meaning in English is given, or if you are reading Hindi book, Hindi is given. तो हर एक शब्द का अर्थ दिया है यहाँ पे, और फिर उसको हम शब्द का अर्थ अभी स्किप कर देंगे बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव टाइम, सो वील जस्ट स्किप दैट पार्ट और सीधा ट्रांसलेशन पे आ जाएंगे. ट्रांसलेशन इन इंग्लिश जो लिखा है या हिंदी में जो लिखा है, धृतराष्ट्र सेड या धृतराष्ट्र ने कहा. तो आई वांट टू आस्क इफ एवरीबडी कैन, इफ एनीबडी कैन रीड द ट्रांसलेशन पार्ट.
I can, Prabhuji.
Yes, Raksha Madhu, go ahead.
Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do?
Okay, great, thank you. So Dhritarashtra is asking here to Sanjay, when they assembled in Kurukshetra in the battlefield, what did they do? So why he is getting this question, we will see the explanation in the purport, which is underneath. So anybody else would like to read the purport?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Chapter first shloka purport. Yes, Subhash Prabhu.
Okay. Bhagavad Gita is a widely read theistic science summarized in the Gita Mahatmya, glorification of Gita. There it says that one should read Bhagavad Gita very scrutinizingly with the help of a person who is a devotee of Sri Krishna and try to understand it without personally motivated interpretations. The example of clear understanding is there in the Bhagavad Gita itself. In the way the teaching is understood by Arjuna, who heard the Gita directly from the Lord. If someone is fortunate enough to understand Bhagavad Gita in that line of disciplic succession without motivated interpretation, then he surpasses all studies of Vedic wisdom and all the scriptures of the world. One will find in the Bhagavad Gita all that is contained in other scriptures, but the reader will also find things which are not to be found elsewhere. That is the specific standard of Gita. It is a perfect theistic science because it is directly spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. The topics discussed by Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya as described in Mahabharata form the basic principle of this great philosophy. It is understood that this philosophy evolved on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, which is a sacred place of pilgrimage from the immemorial time of Vedic age. It was spoken by the Lord when he was present personally on this planet for the guidance of mankind.
Okay, let's wait here. So let's just discuss so far whatever we have read in this 2-3 paragraphs. Which strikes you, Subhash Prabhu, by reading these purport? Anything in the paragraph which was striking?
Not striking, I would say, but yes, enlightening. That there you will find things which you won't find anywhere.
Exactly, I was going to say also. So Prabhupada mentions यहाँ पे पहली दूसरी लाइन में ही उन्होंने ये लिखा है कि भगवत गीता को स्टडी करना चाहिए. जस्ट कैजुअल रीडिंग जैसे हम अखबार पढ़ते हैं वैसे नहीं. You have to scrutinizingly study the Bhagavad Gita with the help of someone who is more experienced, and when we do that we can actually so much depth in Bhagavad Gita. इतना ज़्यादा इसमें depth और इतनी ज़्यादा knowledge है जो कहीं पे भी और आपको मिलता है वो सब भगवत गीता के अंदर है और उससे कई गुना ज़्यादा है. Right? So that is very important. Okay. So Anybody else wants to make any point? Otherwise, we'll have somebody else read the next paragraph. Okay. Any other volunteers who would like to read the next paragraph? The word Dharmakshetre.
Okay.
Yes, please, Anne.
The word Dharmashetra, a place where religious rituals are performed, is significant because on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead was present on the side of Arjuna. Dhritarashtra, the father of Kurus, was highly doubtful about the possibility of his son's ultimate victory. In his doubt, he inquired from his secretary Sanjay, what did they do? He was confident that both his sons and the sons of his younger brother Pandu were assembled in that field of Kurukshetra for a determined engagement of the war. Still, his inquiry is significant. He did not want a compromise between the cousins and brothers, and he wanted to be sure of the fate of his sons on the battlefield. Because the battle was arranged to be fought at Kurukshetra, which is mentioned elsewhere in the Vedas as a place of worship, even for the denizens of heaven, Dhritarashtra became very doubtful, very fearful about the influence of the holy place on the outcome of the battle. He knew very well that this would influence Arjun and the sons of Pandu favorably because by nature they were all virtuous. Sanjay was of Vyas, and therefore, by the mercy of Vyas, Sanjay was able to envision the battlefield of Kurukshetra even while he was in the room of Dhritarashtra. And so, Dhritarashtra asked him about the situation on the battlefield.
Okay, thank you. So, a lot of points actually here to be discussed. काफी सारी चीजें इस पैराग्राफ में हैं जो इससे हमें समझ में आ सकती हैं. पहली तो बात यह है कि धृतराष्ट्र, what did he inquire? What did they do? उन्होंने क्या किया? वो जब सारे लोग वहां पे इकट्ठे हुए कुरुक्षेत्र में तो उन्होंने क्या किया? What did they do? ये तो बड़ी मतलब अजीब बात है पूछना. अगर कोई लड़ाई के लिए गया है तो वो जाके क्या करेगा? लड़ाई करेगा. तो why he is asking what did they do? This is just like asking if everybody gathered at the dining table to have dinner, and what did they do? They ate dinner. It is straightforward, simple thing. But still he is asking this question. Why is he asking? Why is Dhritarashtra asking this question? Who can tell me?
Probably he is okay. Looking at the precedents of this event, where Pandavas were always trying to find an alternate way to move out of to avoid this war, he was not too sure if the war is actually going to happen. He was still probably had in mind that Krishna or Arjuna or Yudhishthira would be trying to do something to avert this war.
Okay, very nice point. Thank you. ठीक है, तो एक पॉइंट सुभाष प्रभु ने बोला यहाँ पे कि पांडव हर बारी अवॉइड किसी ना किसी तरह से अवॉइड कर ले रहे थे वॉर, तो उसको ये लग रहा था कि इस बार भी कहीं अवॉइड ना हो जाए. ओके, हु एल्स वुड लाइक टू शेयर? उसने ऐसा क्वेश्चन धृतराष्ट्र ने कि वहां सब उन्होंने क्या किया? What did they do?
Can I share, Prabhuji?
Yes, Deepika Mataji, please.
He was actually fearful for the fate for his sons, Prabhuji, because he knew they were corrupt and they were not on the righteous path. So he knew inside, and that's why he used also the term Mamaka, that means my sons, and he said Pandavas. He actually, in the first sentence itself, separates or alienates them from his family. He is using Mamaka and Pandavas here because he knows that his sons were not virtuous and righteous. And Pandu's sons, they were always on the righteous path. And whereas, yes, this is one of the reasons that he was fearful for the outcome. Hare Krishna.
Okay, very nice explanation. So just going back a little bit, कई लोगों ने
Yeah, I
आप लोगों
think he also want to get the full picture of where the people are situated and what's happening.
anybody else wants to say?
Yes, he just want to see the full picture of who is where everybody is located.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay, so
He was mentally trying to, if he had not been blind, he would have loved to be in the war on the side of his sons. But since he was blind, although he could not physically go there, he was anxious to know what was really happening over there so that he could be sure of the victory of his son somehow, and he would gloat in the victory of his sons. And that is why he asked his secretary, what is happening? Please let me know what is happening over there.
beautiful, thank you. So
Atul, I have a question for the first word. Why would Dhritarashtra call it a Dharma Kshetra?
yeah, so we'll going a little bit behind to the point which we must bring up here is what happened before this. तो थोड़ा सा flashback में जाएंगे अब हम. Movies में होता है ना flashback में चले जाते हैं, तो उसी तरह से हम flashback में जाके देखेंगे कि क्या हुआ. In the past we see if they don't have okay, so थोड़ा सा flashback में जाएंगे. धृतराष्ट्र, पांडु और विदुर ये भाई हैं, right? Dhritarashtra, Pandu and Vidur from the same father but different mothers. So Dhritarashtra,
Prabhuji,
Vidur,
Prabhuji,
yes.
why can't I see the link from where they are reading? If I'm a little confused, if you can just help me out.
Yes, I'll share the link.
Because I don't have the physical book right now with me, the Bhagavad. I have it, but I have not taken it out. I thought I can do it with the link, but I'm so sorry to interrupt in between because I'm a little confused about it. If you could just share with me, please.
Yeah, if you click on this, this is the website. This is the website. If you click on or just copy and paste in your browser, then you will see a link. First.
All right, I'll just do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Sure. Yeah. Okay, so हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे तीन भाई थे. Dhritarashtra, when he was born, he was blind. So the kingdom went to Pandu. We will not go into the details of the story of Mahabharata because of lack of time. But the idea is Dhritarashtra was not able to see, so the kingdom went to Pandu. And after Pandu, the usual procedure, protocol. Usually क्या प्रोसीजर होता है, प्रोटोकॉल क्या होता है कि जब राजा चला जाता है तो उसके बाद उसके बेटे को ट्रेनिंग मिलती है कि वो राज्य करे और बेटा जो he should be in a position to rule the kingdom. Until and unless he is not eligible or he is not qualified, the king cannot be replaced. ऐसा नहीं है कि एक राजा का बेटा है वो बहुत क्वालिफाइड है लेकिन फिर भी उसको हटा के किसी और को आप राजा बना दो, ऐसा होता नहीं है. तो पांडव जो थे, पांडु के बच्चे, they were very well suited for this job. And in the meantime, Dhritarashtra was made to be a temporary king. धृतराष्ट्र को हमेशा ये बुरी बात लगती थी कि मुझे नहीं राजा बनाया और पांडु को बना दिया, और इतनी ज्यादा बुरी लगती थी कि वो हमेशा सोचता था कि किसी तरह मुझे वापस मिल जाए किंगडम और जब उसे मिला तो उसने सोचा अब मेरे से जाना नहीं चाहिए, मेरे बाद मेरे बच्चों को मिलना चाहिए। तो बिकॉज ही हैड दैट मेंटालिटी, यहाँ पे जब सिचुएशन आई कि युद्ध होने वाला है कुरुक्षेत्र में, तो उसके मन में ये था कि ये कुरुक्षेत्र तो बड़ी पायस और रिलीजियस जगह है, ये एक धर्म क्षेत्र है। दिस कुरुक्षेत्र इज अ धर्म क्षेत्र। वाई इट्स धर्म क्षेत्र? क्योंकि इससे पहले भी बिफोर this fight, so many people, saints, sages, they used to go and do tapasya over there. It is described that Parshuram had gone to Kurukshetra and he did a lot of tapasya. Like that, so many other sages and saints used to go. That's why the word dharma kshetra is used. So because it is a dharma kshetra, उसके मन में दिमाग अगर ये धर्म क्षेत्र में जा रहे हैं तो वहां पे तो पांडवों का, because he knew that Pandavas are religious, they are more God conscious, they are really good people, and my sons, they are not so good, they have some. So because Dhritarashtra very intelligent, उसको ये पता क्या है लेकिन सही करने की इतनी इच्छा नहीं थी उसकी इच्छा क्या थी कि जैसे उसकी माइंड जहां पे लेके जा रहा है वहीं जाते जाए। हमारे साथ भी कई बार होता है, हम we are pushed into doing things which are not right. So Dhritarashtra, so that's why we need training. So Dhritarashtra, even though he knew the right thing, he was not wanting to do it. So much so that in this situation he was thinking कि यार कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि लड़ाई ना हो, कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो जाए और मेरे बच्चों से फिर राज्य चला जाए, कहीं ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। लेकिन एट दैट सेम टाइम ही हैड दिस फियर आल्सो कि यार पांडवों को तो फेवरेबली इंपैक्ट करेगी ये जगह, मेरे बच्चों को इतनी फेवरेबली नहीं करेगी, कृष्णा भी है वहां पे। So all these things were really going through his mind. He was not sure what will happen. तो जब हम भगवान से कनेक्टेड नहीं होते तो हम हमेशा फियर में होते हैं, हम एंजाइटी में होते हैं, हमारे को ये डर लगा रहता है कि अरे ये कोई खराब तो नहीं हो जाएगा, ये कुछ ऐसा तो नहीं हो जाएगा, वो तो नहीं हो जाएगा। तो कई बार ऐसी चीजें आती हैं और कई बार अगर हम उनको भुला दें और कहें कि सब सही चल रहा है हमारी लाइफ में, ठीक है ना, खाओ पियो ऐश करो मित्रों, ठीक है, हम ऐसे कई बार करते हैं। तो उस सिचुएशन में कहीं बुरी सिचुएशन आ जाती है, when we get into a tough, troubled, challenging situation, then we in the association of like-minded people, in the circle of people who are learning Bhagavad Gita and try to imbibe ourselves in this knowledge. तो ये सारी चीजें उसके दिमाग में चल रही थी, धृतराष्ट्र के दिमाग में, जिसकी वजह से उसने ये क्वेश्चन पूछा, क्योंकि उसको जरूरी नहीं था कि वो फाइट करेंगे ही या नहीं करेंगे, उसको डाउट आ रहे थे बड़े सारे। तो दैट्स व्हाई ही वाज आस्किंग ऑल दीस क्वेश्चन। डज इट मेक सेंस?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. All right. Okay, I think I wanted to keep this conference call short, so I will not read the last paragraph. We'll read it tomorrow, same time. We'll join 12:15 Eastern Standard Time and 9:45 India time. Is that okay with everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Prabhu.
Okay. So
Although we wish it should have been a little long, but that's okay.
Yeah, we will try to see how is convenient to everybody. See, we don't want to do big sessions and then do it for 2-3 days and just stop. Much rather we do it smaller sessions, but do it consistently every day. Especially this month is very auspicious. By doing every day, we stay in the consciousness, we stay in a routine. ऐसा नहीं होता कि अरे आज तो Monday है, आज conference है, लेकिन मैं भूल गया, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday तो है नहीं. So things become a little difficult. So we'll do it every day, short classes. That way we'll stay in that consciousness every day. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
I think it short will be better because then we can concentrate more nicely. Like for a short period, we'll be able
Yes,
to understand
yes.
properly.
लॉन्ग क्लासेस में क्या होता है, इतना टेंशन स्पैन ही आजकल नहीं होता हमारा कि हम इतना ध्यान दें.
Yeah, that is right.
So this is good. And then this gives you chance to read. Even if some things are missed, we are going to repeat tomorrow. But today everybody can read. And I have not read the preface, the introduction, all those steps for all the people to read it separately. And we'll cover those as we go forward. But please read it separately also. Okay, thank you very much for your patience, audience. Very, very grateful of you for joining. We'll end
Hare
it.
Krishna.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare Krishna.
you.
Bhagavad Gita. Jai. Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.